Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Dr. Melody Smith and I'm a clinical psychologist. On this channel I make videos for aspiring clinical psychologists on their journey to becoming clinical psychologists. In today's video I'll be sharing tips for when preparing for your clinical psychology doctorate interviews. If you have made it this far and you have been offered an interview, I just want to take this opportunity right now to say well done. That's amazing. What you have done is you have clearly demonstrated that you meet the minimum criteria to train as a clinical psychologist, and by giving you an interview, what the clinical psychology courses are telling you is that they want to know more about you and that you have a shot at getting your place on training. Because there's so much that can come of the interview, naturally going into the interview it can be really nerve-wracking and there can be a lot of pressure on performing in the interview, and so it can just be a very, very difficult and stressful time for aspiring clinical psychologists. This video is for anybody who is preparing for the clinical psychology doctorate interviews and would like to know what I did when I was preparing for the clinical psychology doctorate interviews, and most importantly what I learned from doing the first interview, which went really, really badly, to a couple of years later my second interview where I got a place. So here we go. My final tip is find something nice to do after your interview. By the time you have done the interview, I can imagine you probably have done a few extra hours and probably need some downtime. So prepare something nice to do for yourself for straight after the interview, whatever takes your fancy. For me, I know that would be talking to somebody because I love talking, and probably eating something, probably dessert, whatever takes your fancy. Have a think about the energy that you might have after the interview. So you might have a lot of pent up kind of anxious energy. So I find that, talking to people helps me to spend that energy. But, for you, it might be going out for a walk or, doing some jumping jacks or something like that. But whatever takes your fancy, make sure you've got something nice planned for yourself after the interview because you will deserve it. I hope these tips for interview have been helpful. I welcome any comments below. I've been Dr. Melody Smith. See you next time.